Well, hello everybody, and welcome to South Island Farm. In this series, we're going to be doing a little bit of role play, but not a whole lot of deep role play. We're going to be out of character, probably a fair bit. But the premise of this is that, I have, I've given up on the world. The world has gone crazy, like legit crazy, and I've pretty much decided that I'm done with it, and I have bought the island, and we're going to basically make a go of it here. Going to do the self-sufficient here on the island. To that end, we've got ourselves some pigs. These are breeder pigs, or mother pigs, I guess you could say, with seasons. So these pigs are going to be, they're going to be reproducing. They're going to be making little piglets. And we're going to basically use little piglets for food, to say the least. Got ourselves some chickens. So we're going to have chickens for eggs. And we've got some roosters in there. We're going to have little chicks and eggs. We're also going to eat the eggs. And little chicks are going to reproduce. Well, the chicks aren't going to reproduce, but the chicks are going to basically replace the adult chickens as we we do what we do with chickens. We eat them. Got ourselves some sheep. We're going to be using the sheep for wool. We're going to use the wool to clothe ourselves, and well, we might have some byproduct of wool to offer to export. And then we've got some cows here. The cows are going to be used for, obviously, milk production for our own family. We're going to, basically, as we breed the cows, we're going to be able to basically butcher up some of the cattle for meat for the family. And any leftover milk, we're going to basically process into evaporated milk. And we're going to export that. So this is South Island Farm, and this is kind of an interesting map. This is one of those make-your-own type maps where we have big sections of land. Okay, and basically there's one wee little baby field here. That's the only field that's defined on the map. So there's obviously no contracts. Basically, we make what we can make with this map. Map will be releasing very, very soon. In fact, as of the release of this video, it may already be out. If it's not out, it will probably be out within the next day or two of this video coming out. So you'll be able to find this map when it does release over at simplysafemods.com. We'll leave a link to that website in the description. This field's not owned by us. This is kind of an abandoned sugarcane field. Folks that owned this island or farmed this island before us had a little bit of a sugarcane plantation. This big field was sugarcane. It'll probably grow back. Now, this map, I put down all of these animal areas. That doesn't come with these animal areas. I put these down. But this part of the farm over here is what comes on the map. We basically have some sheds over here of various styles. A grain complex and a working corn dryer. This map is global company free. Map does not use global company. We do have a working corn dryer. So we put normal corn and propane in our corn dryer. And basically it dries the corn and puts dried corn in this bin here. And you get corn out of that spout, or you get your other crops out of the other spout. That is a new feature of the updated version of this map. We have diesel. We need to bring diesel over here to the farm. Then we have our farmhouse, sleep trigger. So this video is going to be basically getting set up. As you can see, our animals got 5 pigs, 20 cattle, 21 chickens, and 15 sheep. We need to basically feed our chickens. We need to get all our animals fed before the end of the day. We put these buildings down, carrying them back, and all the animal areas we put down. All of these mods can be found over at the mod hub, Giants mod hub. We do have some corn, I believe, stored over in another bin. So we're going to basically pull that corn out. And bring it over here and use it for our pigs. I have no idea how much food these chickens are going to use. The Rhode Island Reds, I've never used those. I don't think I've used those in any gameplay. I like this little coop because it's got this little area here. Leave our pallet there. We're probably going to put bales in there possibly, or just general equipment. Also thought about putting bales in that building there. Alright, let's head on back to the shop. I want to get some hay bales for our cows and our sheep. So we are doing seasons, 9-day seasons. There is an old oat field over here. It's been taken over with weeds. And off in the distance there is a horse pen with a couple wild horses. Horses kind of just free roam. We'll buy a bunch of bales, that's fine. Now, being that this is kind of the South Pacific, I suspect we're going to get a ton of rain. We're not going to get snow. It's going to be way too warm for snow even in the winter time. I suspect we're going to be basically inundated with rain a lot. That's going to make making hay kind of difficult. No, we might clearly 3 bales is too heavy for this little Massey Ferguson tractor. I got this tractor because the other 2 tractors that we're going to use on the map, they don't have front loader attachments. And I kind of be forced to use this tractor for a front loader. Now you'll see the big doots there and the plow. We're going to have to make some fields. And, well, I wanted something that was square to help make the fields, as opposed to using a traditional moored board type plow. So basically, we only bought that for the purpose of basically making the fields. Once the fields are made, we're going to get rid of that piece of machinery. The branch auger we're going to use to, well, we're going to use that to try to get the corn out of one of the silos that's on the other side of the island. This map is kind of no man's land-esque from the standpoint that you're kind of out there building your own little farm. The original version of this map came out well over a year ago. It was before Seasons was out. The corn, no, not the corn, but the milk evaporator is that building off in the distance there. And it takes diesel fuel and milk. And only after you've added diesel to run the generator will it basically process wet milk into dry evaporated milk. That is because, well, wet milk does not ship well on a big cargo ship. Ship that comes into port at night to collect any product that you might have sold or might want to sell. So the milk, evaporated milk, basically is for the purpose of transport. Map does have a functioning biogas kind of facility. Purpose of basically making some electricity that is used on the map or on the island. Instead of a traditional ground bunker where you compact the silage and everything, this particular biogas facility has a fermenting silo that it uses. And it will obviously take chaff or grass. The greenhouses up there, they're just abandoned greenhouses. They don't serve any purpose other than just decorative. But we are basically the sole inhabitants of this map, or of the island. Over here, yeah, I think it may have already Already gave the sheep food. Got water. All of these animal areas are on the Giants Mod Hub. Something I wanted to make sure that I did was used mods that were easily accessible. Through here, fails away. It won't deteriorate too terrible more much. Yeah, I think I'm going to store them in here. Biogas plants over there on the hill. You can see the fermenting silo. Garage over there that you can kind of make use of if you want. Those are nice. I like this. Yeah, I kind of had to flatten this whole area out a bit for it to take these animal areas. Everywhere that you see weeds, that's untouched land. You don't see weeds, that's where I've basically done some landscaping, flattening, and smoothing, and then repainted the grass down. I did have to use Place Anywhere to basically put the sheep area down and the cow area down because it's too close to the non-viable land. Place Anywhere, you can go in and you can basically tell it to ignore basically viable areas. So technically you could put a building on non-ownable land if you wanted. Oops. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and switch this trailer over. Be a regular trailer. We're gonna head over here. I think. Yep. This road's gonna take me over to intersect up with a road that's gonna take me down to where the grain silos are. When you start this map up on new farmer mode, these silos I think have corn or oats in them. 2 silos and there's 1 crop in each. I think the corn's over here. Maybe it's not. We'll find out. That's the milk evaporation plant. And like I said, I could buy pig food, but I figure why buy pig food if I've got corn on hand? I can just use that up. Got an old Fiat Agri here. And we've got another old Fiat. The Fiats and the Massey are going to be our kind of our go-to tractors for this series. Like I said, the Dutes is really just here for the purpose of getting some fields carved out of the land that we own. Because we will need to plant. We're going to need to plant corn. We're going to need to plant sunflowers. I'm going to plant sunflowers. And we need to plant wheat or barley, one of the two, for our chickens and for our pigs. And we need the straw for our pigs and our sheep, our pigs and our cows. Actually, let me check. Maybe the cows don't take straw. No, they don't take straw because they don't make manure. They also don't make slurry because they're out. I mean, they're in the outside pen. Since they're in the outside elements all the time, when they do their business, they just do their business on the ground. It goes in the ground. It's not collected anywhere. We're not going out and scooping up manure or anything. Yeah, this facility is pretty cool. It takes milk and diesel fuel, and then basically it will produce pallets of evaporated milk over here. Like I said, this map does not use global company, so you don't need any of that overhead to do the production. Brent auger comes with the map. I'm going to put it under the spout here. Corn. Excellent. So the other one has the oats in it. So we want to do a pipe out on that. Oh no. Under. Need to get back in the auger here. And then fill it with seed. There we go. Now we have 12,000 liters of corn. We have the oats. Should we buy the land where the horse area is, we'll have the oats over here in this bin to feed them. Hey guys, that's where we're going to call it for today's video. It's just a general introduction into our South Island Farm gameplay. It's going to be kind of a build your own farm, start from nothing type experience. Now, the way I started this map is I started in new farmer mode. Start with just $100,000 in cash. Okay, and you do start by owning the big area that has the sugarcane field. So I sold that. Start with a sugarcane harvester. Sold that. You start with one of a small 3-point hitch front forage harvester. Sold that. Okay, so sold 3 pieces. And you start with a Fendt 515. Okay, so sold that. I sold a tractor. I sold a sugarcane harvester. I sold the big sugarcane area. And then I basically used all of that money to put down the placeables, terraform the land, buy the animals, bought the equipment that you saw over at the shop, and basically we've got $80,000 left. And that's how we're going to work it. Still have to carve out our fields. We still have to plant our fields. Got to buy fertilizer. Pull through here. Yep, okay, let's just pull through here and feed that way. Make it easier on us. I think we're going to have a lot of rain here on South Island. Map does have a custom geo built into it. Playing along. You will need to, you won't need to put a geo in at all. We got corn in there. right, I'm gonna go buy a bale of straw. No, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to buy straw. They'll make slurry that way. Ahead and get this back to the farm. And next video, we're going to be basically carving out fields with the dudes. Until next time, happy farming.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.